So picture this. You're a 4-star general. You're probably busy, maybe running operations where things go boom. Suddenly, your phone buzzes. It's an invitation you can't refuse. Not a fancy dinner. A surprise all-hands meeting at the Marine Corps base in Quantico, Virginia. It's not just for you. Every general, every admiral, summoned from every corner of the globe, on extremely short notice. News anchors raise their eyebrows. Unprecedented. Extremely rare. This wasn't a routine check-in. It was a blockbuster event. Not about a foreign threat or a secret weapon. The point was a culture shock. A new era was about to be declared. The first order of business from Secretary of War Pete Hegseth wasn't foreign policy. It was about waistlines. He stood before the most decorated military leaders on the planet and essentially told them they were fat. Tiring to see fat troops, he said. Completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals. Body-shamed like a reality TV contest, but in a war-fighting context. The message? Fitness standards would be non-negotiable, starting at the top. Ready, disciplined, or else. No more beards, no more long hair, fresh cuts and clean shaves. A call for uniformity, where everyone looks, acts, and, presumably, thinks the same. The tone felt personal, like a coach yelling at a team that can order drone strikes. The pitch implied victory comes not from better tech or smarter strategy, but shorter hair and closer shaves. A sharp U-turn from relaxed grooming meant to aid recruitment. The military recast as a polished machine, interchangeable parts only. Another strange directive for leaders used to winning wars, not weight loss challenges. A vision focused on aesthetics more than actual capability. After grooming and fitness, Hegseth moved to the main event, the de-wokeification of the military. He dismissed diversity as our strength. He took aim at diversity, equity, inclusion. No more identity months, no more DEI offices, no more dudes in dresses. A direct assault on decades of policy reflecting the nation itself. Strength, he said, comes from sameness, not difference. Identity politics, he argued, weakened the warrior ethos. Back to basics, without the woke stuff. Targeting DEI and LGBTQ+ inclusion sent a message about who belongs. Big declarations, few details, uncertainty followed. Do you fire people? Dismantle departments? Rewrite training manuals? It drew battle lines inside the ranks. For many, it sounded like a threat to careers. Not just policy, a cultural revolution. The delivery was pure rally energy, bravado, and internet slang. A performance, not a briefing. A line that would kill at a rally landed with silence among professionals. The cringe captured the gap between showmanship and service. Then came the plug for his book. A policy address turned infomercial. Aggressive rhetoric, awkward jokes, self-promotion. It raised doubts about his connection to military culture. The silence spoke volumes. A political rally disguised as a briefing. And then, the headliner stepped up. Enter the commander-in-chief, Trump's take on the N-word. He noted the room had never been so silent. He told them he was going to talk about the N-word. After a pause, the word was nuclear. There are 2 N-words, he riffed, deeply strange for this room. We have more, we have better, we have newer. The toggling left everyone wondering what he meant at any moment. A stand-up bit where sober guidance was expected. It trivialized nuclear danger, and the pain bound to the other word. Bewildered silence, and it was only the warm-up act. The room hung in the air, waiting for substance. After the odd preamble, he got to the point. San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. He said they were unsafe. He'd straighten them out one by one. Then, the bombshell. He told the generals and admirals, this would involve people in the room. Not a foreign war, a war from within. Use dangerous cities as training grounds for the military, including the National Guard. Treating American neighborhoods like hostile territory. It's the enemy from within, he said. Handle it before it gets out of control. Soldiers in combat gear patrolling Chicago, drills in Los Angeles suburbs. It blurs the line between military and domestic law enforcement, a line guarded by laws like posse comitatus, careers built to face external threats, now told to look inward, not disaster relief, a vague mandate to straighten out cities, a burden with legal, ethical, and moral weight. Now the silence had something very real to carry. Using cities as military training grounds sets off civil rights alarms. In a democracy, there's a wall between military and domestic life. Train soldiers to see American streets as battlefields. The wall crumbles. The risk of tyranny grows. Exercises are loud, disruptive, and perilous. Turning homeless camps into training problems is a humanitarian crisis waiting to happen. The potential for accidents, damage, and trauma is enormous. Presence breeds confrontation. Confrontation justifies more presence. Targeting opposition strongholds feels intensely political. The military serves the Constitution, not a party. Politicize the force, and public trust collapses. Start with one city. What stops the next? Most join to defend against foreign enemies, not to police fellow citizens. Put into roles they didn't sign up for, risking moral injury. Loud, blocked streets, armed presence, daily life upended. Treating people as obstacles is unconscionable. Mission creep blurs training and deployment, a de facto occupation under training and peace. Once feared at home, the military's effectiveness erodes. A democracy can't function with citizens who fear its own military. The Quantico meeting was a flashing red light on democracy's dashboard. A purge of woke, focus on appearances, and a plan to use force at home. Showmanship fused with authoritarian directives. A military reshaped into a political weapon aimed inward. These aren't partisan points. They're about the military's role in a free society. The people, Congress, the courts must demand specifics and legality. What legal authority? What rules of engagement? How are rights protected? Leadership must push back against illegal or immoral orders. Our strength is not just firepower. It's commitment to democratic principles. That commitment is being tested. How we respond will define the republic.